of the opinion that anchoring with the character you're most comfortable with is generally the smartest idea. I mean, there's a couple exceptions here and there. If you're the most comfortable with like Pichu or something like that, do not anchor with Pichu. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. That character is way too frail, will die way too quickly. But,
hey, just don't get hit.
Real.
Advice is, you know, old as time.
Realest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yep.
I can't lie. I won't lie.
All right, get him
I
ready.
will drink water.
You know, I will drink to that.
Stay hydrated, fellas. I'm taking the headset off. I can still hear you, but like.
Okay.
I do this because my ears hurt a little bit.
Squad strike.
Yeah, we were a little loud for each other,
little bit,
and
yeah.
then the game was a little loud.
And the game is very loud.
Yeah. But all right. So we're seeing the same
Wolf,
composition.
Game and Watch Palu. Okay.
Okay. I'm feeling the California influence.
Yeah, this is a very California lineup.
All right.
5 or 3? 3. Best of 3 for winners finals once again. We have confirmation from the TOs. It is the selection.
Okay.
All right. So who's our leads? I like this. I like
Okay.
this. I like this a lot. See, both of these guys I think have just gone for their optimal lineups here in terms of like who's leading, who's anchoring. The middle, I feel like fine. But I think that if you're going to lead with anybody from Fizz's lineup, it's going to be the Pit. If you're going to lead with anybody from the Monte lineup, it feels like the Wolf is the better play here. I mean, he's kind of fun these days, you know?
Well, that's what I was going to get into, because at least how I interpret it with the composition that Monte has a very Fundies composition, characters that you can kind of pick up if you kind of have a solid understanding of the game. You know, whether you're like super proficient with them, you know, can be up to debate, but you can still do a lot of damage. When I look at Fizzmint's comp, however, that's a lot more in kind of like, I'm kind of specialist, but not like 100% with some of these characters.
Yeah.
So in terms of like, you know, strength, it'll be very interesting. And we see Monte off to a good start, taking out the Pit.
Very strong start, but the Pit did put in some work there. 91% is nothing to scoff at, especially now that you're up against Pyra Mithra. Pyra in particular, you could die at any moment.
See, but how I kind of look at this is that if we see a good setup here with the Wolf, and we see Mithra stuck towards the side, a solid back air could be enough to get him. And even then, I was kind of like waiting for the down air to happen, because there was a possibility. Monte being so patient right now. Oh my goodness.
Pyra is on the field though, and I feel like a lot of this matchup comes down to who loses the first character, because if you lose that first character, it might be wraps for you, because the more work your first character puts in, the more comfortable characters that you're going to take damage from, you know?
Oh my goodness. Well, right now it's looking really good for this Wolf. I think this is a guarantee.
Yep. All right, Shulk versus the world, baby.
Hey, I would get such a confidence boost if I was able to take out this Shulk at 136%. And right now, Monte already cooking. And but okay, nah, that was a crazy. No, that was shield to immediate smash Monado. All right,
that's Shulk for you, baby.
Okay, that is just something you can't even like predict.
Nope.
All right, what are your thoughts on POW in terms of this matchup?
This matchup specifically, I'm a Shulk believer.
Okay.
I think Shulk wins like a lot of matchups in this game, and by a lot I mean a lot. So this is one of them. Unfortunately, I think that the Shulk had just been chipped down a little bit too much going into that. And Palu obviously is like, I think the Wolf just put in a lot.
See, I see POW, and then I see the shield, and I'm like, that's not okay. That back air, that dash attack, like, did you not see the backslash just instantly get canceled out by the back air? Like, you don't even have to be afraid about it.
Nope. It's a difficult composition to play into, because I think that Wolf is just so scary.
Oh, Jigglypuff instead of the... Interesting.
Instead of Aegis? Yeah, that makes sense. Because Puff was Fizz's main before he named Aegis. Not Aegis, Shulk.
Okay.
He used to be a Puff main back in the day.
And we're seeing it as the starter here. We see Monte sticking with the same composition. This is best of 3 here, so Monte just needs to win this last game here to secure a spot here in Winners Grands.
Yeah, for sure. But, I mean, I think that this is an interesting decision here. I would have subbed out the pit personally. I think that the Aegis was putting in some pretty solid work there. But, I mean, if you're feeling pretty confident in the Puff, then I don't think it's necessarily bad into the Wolf. So, I dig it.
I feel like it's an interesting pick being cold, and at the moment we're seeing Monte, you know, be a pretty dominant force here with this Wolf. And in terms of, you know, being a lighter character and a character that has a lot of kill power, yeah, Wolf is no stranger.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, either way. Ends up getting back to the stage, but okay, wait a minute. Footsies, gets the grab eventually, but the up B, that connects so cleanly. I don't think Fizzmint was expecting that one, and Monte is now in just a really, really good position.
Going for the raw Wolf fire is something I've always found crazy, and you know what I found even crazier? That rest. That rest was,
that was ambitious.
That was a prayer that was not answered.
I am not sure about the second, the number 2 spot Shulk, but you know, if you believe in it, Fizz, I believe it. You know? We'll put it that way.
Oh my goodness, but Monte keeping Fizz in the blender, the Shieldman auto, you know, reducing the damage, but not reducing the advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Buster Art is out, and he's really hoping to find something off the back of it, but takes one hit and swaps off immediately. He's taking way too much damage now. I think this one might just be wraps.
Like right now, yeah, I feel like the POW is doing really good. I'm seeing great movement here from Monte. Good positioning, just waiting for the option, and it's the up smash. We saw it once, and we're seeing it again to take that stock. And, you know, Monte kind of has this stock to work with. Now, is the pit going to be enough to take out the POW? That's the real question here.
The POW is not the thing I'm worried about right now. Obviously, it could end the game here, but even if you get past it, you have to deal with Monte's main. And that's scary.
But we have to be thinking here in the present here, we haven't even seen the Game & Watch be presented by Monte.
No, it's been pretty dominant from Monte so far. Not even having to use it, and it will continue that way. The set is over, 2-0 again. Very swift this time around. Never once having to see the Game & Watch.
Yeah, Monte gonna sit there comfortable in grand finals. A little unfortunate that we have to be in that best of 3 format, but congratulations to Monte for securing that spot, and good performance there from Fizz.
Yeah.
And at this point, I think we will probably officially wrap it up here.
Yeah, I think
one
so.
more? No, one more?
Are we doing one more? Dang, okay. Cal said one more.
Are we gonna have downtime on mainstream?
I mean, I don't even know what's next, because this is happening up there.
Yeah, so
that's done.
So what's gonna end up happening is we have only this set because Monte's going to be waiting in winners. I think Cal miscommunicated.
I think Cal is misunderstanding. I think, yeah.
All right, so I think we're
wrapping up.
Want to wrap up the stream?
I think we're wrapping up.
All right.
Yeah, we're wrapping up.
In 5 minutes?
You want us to waffle for 5 minutes? Or two?
Okay.
All right, what do you want to waffle about?
I don't know.
Squad Strike?
Squad Strike. It's an interesting format. Yeah. Honestly, I wish it got more attention because I don't like the issue of like inconsistent respawn timers.
Yeah.
It led to like problems where characters kind of get an extra boost from it, especially if you like play Cloud, because you're able to charge out the limit. Any character that has like a charge mechanic gives an inherent advantage in Squad Strike because of the inconsistent spawn in.
Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see that being an issue. I personally don't mind it as much, but I think that's just because the amount of charge characters in this game are so few and far between. Like, is it really going to matter for Wario Waft?
Well, that's not really what I consider in terms of like the charge, right? I'm thinking more like Samus charge shot.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Samus charge shot and like the Lucario and the
Hero.
Mewtwo, the Hero, all that jazz. And I understand that, but I feel like for the majority of the cast, it really doesn't matter that much.
Okay.
I think that in most instances, it's perfectly fine.
I